cars all guys wish they could test drive once in their lives. One of the great things about humanity is that there is so much diversity in terms of taste and likes. This means that people from all across the range have a huge range of different interests and hobbies, which can often be particularly specific to the location or custom where individuals live. Despite this, there are plenty of pastimes that are shared throughout the world regardless of culture, and one of those is cars. Almost every single man in the world has a love of motor vehicles. Whether it is watching the latest Formula One race, attending a demolition derby, or just choosing what they should buy for their daily commute, guys have a special interest in cars that is almost unmatched by anything else on the planet. The popularity of shows such as Top Gear, which are watched by hundreds of millions of people, shows just how interested men are in cars. Fortunately, there is a wide variety of different cars, ranging from the mundane to the exceptionally exotic. While most people have to buy a vehicle that is practical, almost every guy will have a dream car that they wish they could purchase if they had the means. These often consist of glamorous sports cars or vintage classics. Although they may be incredibly expensive, every man should test drive them at least once during their lifetime. Some of them might be more attainable than others, but all of them are cars worth lusting over. Number 11. Lotus Elise. It is easy to see the appeal of the Lotus Elise upon first inspections. The sports car has an incredible design that simply oozes style and will leave a striking impression on anyone who comes across it. Yet, it is not the stylish looks that make the Elise stand out, but rather its driving ability both on the road and the track. Taking the formula that Lotus has constantly strived for, that of low weight and incredible agility, to the extreme, the Elise was first revealed in 1996. A specially constructed body and suspension means that weight can be kept to an absolute minimum. This allows the driver to keep tight control over every aspect of the car as it traverses the road, providing an experience that is largely unmatched by any production vehicle. Number 10. Volkswagen Golf GTI. The Volkswagen Golf has come in various different forms since it launched in 1974 as a direct replacement for the Volkswagen Beetle. Not only is it a surprisingly powerful and agile car, the Golf is also incredibly versatile. Coming in variants that include a 3- and 5-door hatchback, a convertible, a sedan, and even a station wagon, it has become an important part of many people's lives across the world. Its sheer popularity is demonstrated by the number of units sold throughout its lifetime, numbering almost 30 million. The Golf's ability and performance also means that it has also become popular in various different forms of motorsport, most significantly in rally and street tuner racing. The many awards the car has received also help to demonstrate simply how exceptional a vehicle it really is. Number 9. Land Rover LR4. Like all sports utility vehicles, the LR4 is the perfect way to traverse both on the road and in the wilderness. Able to reach 60 miles per hour in just 6.7 seconds, along with a host of features, make it the ideal off-road vehicle. This medium-sized SUV from Land Rover is the latest revision of the second generation of the Land Rover Discovery that originally launched in 2004. It was unveiled in 2009 and marketed as the Land Rover LR4 in the USA rather than its British and European name of Discovery 4. While it features the same basic structure and shape, the LR4 has a new bumper, lights, and a vast number of mechanical improvements that fix several issues and refine other elements. Most significant of all is an updated interior that adds a new luxurious look to appeal to more upmarket customers. Number 8. Rolls-Royce Phantom. There are fewer vehicles in the world that scream luxury and comfort like the Rolls-Royce Phantom. The British-based company created the vehicle to offer the best experience for the driver and passenger as possible, making the sedan one of the most relaxing ways to drive around in the world. The Phantom contains a number of novel features and amenities that make it such a pleasure to drive. This includes a special suspension system to help combat any bumps in the road. Also included are a power sunroof, entertainment system, heated or cooled cup holders, power seats, heated steering wheel, and inbuilt umbrellas in case of rain. Even more impressive is the fact that it can also come in an armored variant that has a reinforced body and glass windows to protect from gunfire. Number 7. Ford Mustang. Based on the concept of a compact car from 1960 known as the Ford Falcon, the Mustang has evolved throughout the years to become a marquee in the motor industry. Its immense popularity and acclaim led to the development of the pony car class of vehicle that inspired competitors from the likes of Chevrolet, Pontiac, Chrysler, and Dodge. Any version of the car, ranging from the 1964 model all the way through to the 2005 fifth-generation iteration, are exceptional examples that any enthusiast should definitely try to get behind the wheel of. However, it is the latest version that was first released in 2015 that truly takes the breath away. With a widened body, a new independent rear suspension, and a 5-liter V8 engine capable of producing 435 horsepower, the 6th-generation Mustang is one of the most powerful muscle cars on the market. Number 6. Aston Martin DB5. Aston Martin probably pulled off their greatest marketing coup of all time when they managed to agree to have the DB5 appear in the James Bond movie, Goldfinger. The car featured heavily in the film, and with Sean Connery behind the wheel using a variety of built-in gadgets, it quickly became a favorite amongst viewers and motorists alike. It was seen as the ultimate cool car and is without a doubt the most famous vehicle to appear in any James Bond adventure to date. Although it isn't exactly known for its comfort, it was designed to be a grand tourer so that drivers could spend long periods of time behind the wheel. However, it is a car that almost every man would love to get their hands on, and with 282 horsepower and a top speed of 143 miles per hour, the DB5 is no slouch. Number 5. Jaguar XK. Jaguar has always been eponymous with beautiful and luxurious cars, with the manufacturer creating a range of high-class vehicles for almost 80 years. The Jaguar XK, however, was made to combine this style with outstanding performance in a unique vehicle that could be used as a grand tourer. First released in 1996 as the XK8, it featured a brand new V8 engine, 370 supercharged horsepower, and came in a coupe or convertible style. The company later revised their design with the XKR in 2006. Although it is no longer manufactured as of 2014, it set the standard for this type of car. The fastest model, known as the XKRS, can reach a top speed of 174 miles per hour with an additional 40 horsepower. It can also reach 0-60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds. Number 4. Ferrari F40. The Ferrari name is something special in the motor industry. Their cars have a sort of mystique that few other manufacturers in any form of business can replicate, meaning that any fellow would love to have a go of driving any model that they could get their hands on. Despite the fact that there are so many iconic Ferrari cars, perhaps the most famous of them all is the Ferrari F40. Designed to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the company, it had the distinction of being the last car that the legendary Enzo Ferrari personally inspected and approved before it went into production. When it released in 1987, it was Ferrari's fastest and most powerful car, able to reach a top speed of 201 miles per hour and achieve 0-60 miles per hour in 4 seconds. Number 3. Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. Another example of iconic American motor history, the Chevrolet Corvette is one of the sexiest and most legendary vehicles ever produced in the USA. The first generation of the Corvette was revealed in 1953, and has gone through 7 individual iterations since that time, with the latest model arriving in 2014. Bearing the Stingray name that was last used by the third generation of the car from 1968, the Chevrolet Corvette C7 is a striking update to the model that has updated the interior to create quality finish not previously exhibited before. It is the type of car that every guy would love to get their hands on. Although it may be entirely impractical for everyday use, it is a dream car that combines performance, style, and beauty into one unique package. The Stingray has won a number of awards since its introduction, including Car of the Year from Automobile Magazine. Number 2. Porsche 911. The Porsche 911 is arguably one of the most famous cars ever created. The high-performance sports car has been at the forefront of the class ever since it was first introduced in 1963. Its popularity and sheer ability mean that it has been a favorite of racing teams around the world, while factory-made variants, such as the GT3, have been incredibly successful. Models have won major races, such as Daytona and Nürburgring, even when competing against prototypes that were never designed to make it to production. While 2014's 911 Turbo S is capable of reaching immense top speeds and get to 60 miles per hour in a stunning 2.6 seconds, many experts consider earlier models better cars. This is largely down to the fun you can have while driving them thanks to the trailing arm rear suspension that made controlling them so difficult. The 911 Carrera RS is a particular favorite in the industry that any man should try to get behind the wheel of at least once. Number 1. Bugatti Veyron. The Bugatti Veyron has become one of the most famous cars of all time since it emerged on the scene in 2005. Despite its relatively short lifespan, the Veyron is perhaps the most desirable car of all time. Designed by Joseph Koban and Volkswagen, it combined luxury and comfort with an incredibly top speed that seemed impossible to achieve in a road car. The car has gone on to break the world record for the fastest production car on several occasions. Initially, it was able to reach a top speed of 253 miles per hour, but a later version managed to achieve a speed of 267.8 miles per hour. Most significant of all is the sheer lack of effort required to reach those speeds, thanks to the calm nature of the Veyron, which means almost anyone would be able to reach such incredibly speeds if they got behind the wheel.